Did you know that by the time you reach 80, you may have lost up to half the muscle mass you had in your youth? This condition, called sarcopenia, is a serious problem that robs millions of seniors worldwide of their independence. In fact, falls caused by muscle weakness are responsible for over 300,000 hospital visits for the elderly each year. But here's the surprising part: research from the Journal of Physiology shows that this severe muscle loss isn't inevitable. Some people in their 70s have the strength, function, and even the appearance of someone decades younger. While many their age struggle with simple tasks like getting out of a chair, these individuals stay fully independent well into their 90s, often outperforming people half their age on strength tests. They continue to climb mountains and play sports. If you enjoy educational health videos like this one, be sure to like and subscribe for more. So, what is their secret? It turns out that 93% of seniors are unaware of the habits that can dramatically slow or even reverse age-related muscle loss. Researchers at the Mayo Clinic have identified these habits. And according to Harvard Medical School, many doctors give advice that actually contradicts what science has proven is essential for staying strong as we age. Keep watching, because the first habit is something you might be doing wrong every day. This common mistake can speed up muscle loss by turning on the wrong genes. Fixing this one thing could be the difference between enjoying your later years independently or needing constant help. Before we dive in, please give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and let us in the comments where you're tuning in from. Okay, let's get started. Habit number 7, healthy stress, hormetic stress. One of the most surprising things that strong 80-year-olds do is expose themselves to small, controlled doses of what's called hormetic stress. This is based on the idea that things that could be harmful in large amounts can be beneficial in small, brief doses. It's the "what doesn't kill you makes you stronger" principle, and for your muscles, it's literally true. Studies from the Buck Institute for Research in Aging show that brief exposure to certain stressors activates your body's defense systems, helping to preserve and even build muscle well into your 80s. Temperature changes. This is a key hormetic stressor. Short bursts of cold, like ending your shower with 30 to 60 seconds of cold water or taking a quick cold plunge, can be very beneficial. It activates brown fat and a muscle-protecting hormone. Heat works too. Using a sauna or hot tub activates heat shock proteins, which repair and protect muscle cells. One Finnish study found that regular sauna use, 4 to 7 times a week, was linked to 40% less muscle loss over 10 years. Intermittent fasting, this is the second type of healthy stress. Super-agers often limit their eating to an 8 to 10 hour window each day. This process boosts your body's cellular cleanup crew, a process called autophagy, and improves muscle quality. Research from the Salk Institute found this can improve the function of your muscles' powerhouses by 10% in just 12 weeks, without causing you to lose weight. Powerful, short muscle contractions. The third stressor involves quick, intense muscle work. This is often done through isometrics, where you push or pull against an unmovable object with all your might for 5 to 10 seconds. These brief, powerful contractions send a strong signal to your muscle cells to stay big and strong, without putting a lot of strain on your joints. The key to all these stressors is that they are brief and followed by plenty of recovery time. When done right, they activate longevity genes that help maintain muscle mass as you age. Remember to ease into these habits gradually to avoid overwhelming your system. You're aiming for gentle, helpful stress. Habit number 6, smart protein timing. While getting enough protein is important for seniors, research shows that when you eat it might be even more crucial. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at using protein, a problem scientists call anabolic resistance. Research in the Journal of Nutrition found that, contrary to what many believe, seniors shouldn't eat most of their protein in one big meal. Here's the critical part: your muscles have a window of opportunity to build and repair, which opens for about 3 to 4 hours after each meal. The common mistake most seniors make is eating very little protein for breakfast and lunch, then having a large protein-heavy dinner. This means they are missing out on muscle-building opportunities for most of the day. The best strategy is to spread your protein intake evenly. Aim for 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein with each meal. So, instead of cereal for breakfast, try eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein smoothie. Continue this pattern for lunch and dinner with lean meats, fish, dairy, or plant-based proteins like lentils and beans. A University of Texas study showed that this scheduling alone can boost muscle protein synthesis by 25%. In that 12-week study, participants who followed this method gained an average of 1.2 pounds of muscle without changing anything else. To build muscle, it's not just how much protein you eat, but when you eat it. Habit number 5, optimizing vitamin D. Did you know that over 80% of seniors are deficient in what's often called the muscle vitamin? Vitamin D deficiency is a silent killer of strength in the elderly. Here's why: vitamin D does more than just support your bones. Harvard University researchers discovered that it directly activates the genes responsible for muscle growth and repair. Your muscle cells have vitamin D receptors, and when they are activated, they kickstart the muscle building process. A groundbreaking study in JAMA Internal Medicine revealed that seniors with optimal vitamin D levels had 25% greater muscle strength than those with low levels. They also had significantly better balance, coordination, and reaction time, all crucial for preventing falls. While a level below 20 nanograms per milliliter is considered deficient, super-agers almost always have optimal levels above 40 nanograms per milliliter. So how do you get enough? While sunlight helps, our skin becomes 50% less efficient at producing vitamin D as we age. The standard recommendation of 600 IU per day is often not enough. For most seniors, supplementation is key. While you should always get a blood test first, research suggests that most seniors need 2,000 to 4,000 IU daily to reach optimal levels. Pair this with vitamin D-rich foods like fatty fish and egg yolks, and try to get 15 to 20 minutes of midday sun when possible. A quick warning: vitamin D works best with vitamin K2. Vitamin D helps you absorb calcium, and K2 helps direct that calcium to your bones instead of your arteries. If you take high doses of vitamin D without enough K2, found in fermented foods and some animal products, it can lead to problems. Be sure to ask your doctor for a blood test to determine your specific needs, and then aim to keep your levels above 40 nanograms per milliliter to protect your muscles. Habit number 4, managing daily inflammation. What do incredibly strong seniors have in common? Interestingly, they all have very low levels of inflammation. Researchers now believe that inflammaging, a term for the chronic, low-grade inflammation that often comes with age, is a primary driver of muscle loss. This silent inflammation causes muscle tissue to break down faster than your body can rebuild it. Not only that, but it also blocks the signals that tell your muscles to grow after exercise or eating protein. A key study from Tufts University found that seniors with the highest levels of inflammation lost muscle 3 times faster than those with the lowest levels, regardless of their diet or exercise habits. Super-agers use specific anti-inflammatory strategies that most seniors overlook. They prioritize high-quality sleep. Going to bed at the same time in a completely dark room is crucial. Poor sleep can increase inflammatory markers by up to 40%, speeding up muscle loss. They focus on gut health. New research shows that age-related changes in our gut bacteria are a direct cause of body-wide inflammation. Super-agers eat a wide variety of plant foods, 30 plus per week, fiber, and fermented foods like yogurt and kefir, which contain natural probiotics. They manage their workout intensity. While regular movement is key, overdoing it with intense workouts can actually increase inflammation. The typical super-ager does moderate exercise most days, with short, high-intensity sessions just once or twice a week. They regularly consume anti-inflammatory compounds. This includes omega-3 fatty acids, 2 to 3 grams per day from fish or supplements, curcumin, from turmeric, and polyphenol-rich foods like berries, green tea, and olive oil. You can track your inflammation with a simple blood test for high-sensitivity C-reactive protein, hsCRP. Super-agers typically keep their levels below 1 mg per liter, while the average senior often has levels 3 to 5 times higher. Habit number 3, taking specific micronutrients daily. While most nutrition advice focuses on protein, carbs, and fats, super-agers with incredible strength also pay close attention to specific micronutrients. These vitamins and minerals act as helpers, allowing your body to get the most out of the protein you eat and the exercise you do. Without them, all the protein and exercise in the world won't stop muscle loss. Magnesium, researchers call this the forgotten electrolyte for muscle health, and over 70% of seniors don't get enough. It's vital for over 300 processes related to muscle function. A 2021 study showed that seniors with adequate magnesium levels had 30% stronger grip strength and better physical performance. Super-agers eat magnesium-rich foods like leafy greens, nuts, and seeds, and often supplement with easily absorbed forms like magnesium glycinate. Creatine, this isn't just for young bodybuilders. A 2015 study found that creatine supplementation, combined with strength training, significantly increased muscle mass, strength, and even cognitive function in older adults. A small daily dose of 3 to 5 grams helps with muscle energy and hydration. Methylated B12, as we age, our stomach acid declines, making it harder to absorb vitamin B12. Common medications like metformin also deplete this vital nutrient. A B12 deficiency affects both nerve function and energy production in your muscles. Super-agers often supplement with the active form, methylcobalamin, instead of the cheaper version found in most multivitamins. Other minerals, cofactors like zinc, selenium, and chromium are also critical for using protein and managing insulin, which helps get nutrients into your muscles. A study from Tufts University found that optimal levels of these minerals were linked to a 22% better maintenance of muscle mass over 5 years. Instead of a generic multivitamin, super-agers often use micronutrient testing to find their specific needs and supplement accordingly. Habit number 2, preserving your neuromuscular connections. Here's something most seniors don't realize: muscle loss isn't just about the muscle fibers themselves. Often, the weakest link is the connection between your nerves and your muscles. Think of these neuromuscular junctions as the electrical outlets that power your muscles. As we age, especially after 60, these connections can degrade quickly. When that happens, it doesn't matter how much protein you eat or how much you exercise, your brain signals can't effectively reach your muscles. New research from the University of Michigan shows that extremely strong super-agers have much healthier neuromuscular connections. Even better, researchers have found specific ways to protect and even rebuild these vital links. Coordination and precision exercises, activities like Tai Chi, dancing, tennis, or even ping pong have been shown to strengthen the brain-to-muscle pathways more effectively than simple strength training or walking. These activities force your nervous system to recruit muscle fibers in complex patterns, strengthening the connection. Specific nutrients, certain supplements, like alpha-lipoic acid and acetyl-L-carnitine, can help protect the nerve-muscle connection from damage. Even more interesting, specific forms of vitamin B1, like benfotiamine, and an extract from Chinese club moss, huperzine A, can boost the main neurotransmitter responsible for muscle activation. Breathing techniques, super-agers often use breathing exercises that stimulate the vagus nerve, which helps regulate neuromuscular transmission. Simple practices like box breathing, inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4, for just 5 minutes a day can improve the neural activation of your muscles by up to 15%. Mental exercise, a study from Columbia University found a fascinating link: older adults who regularly engaged in challenging mental activities had better preserved muscle function. Because the brain and the neuromuscular system share many neural pathways, training your brain directly benefits your muscles. By using these techniques, super-agers keep their brain muscle wiring strong well into their 80s, allowing them to use their muscles effectively. Habit number 1, progressive resistance exercise. We've finally arrived at the single most important habit that separates incredibly strong 80-year-olds from their peers: the one that experts at Tufts University called the most powerful anti-aging drug ever discovered. This habit is progressive resistance training, but not the way most seniors approach it. Super-agers who defy their age actively fight back against muscle loss with targeted strength training programs. Here's the fundamental truth most seniors never learn: your muscles operate on a use it or lose it principle, but with a critical catch. To keep them, you must progressively challenge them. Lifting the same light weights, going for a walk, or doing water aerobics week after week simply isn't enough to maintain muscle mass after age 60. How do super-agers do it differently? They focus on intensity, not duration. Research from McMaster University showed that seniors who did high-intensity resistance training, lifting to the point of momentary muscle failure, gained more muscle in 2 weeks than others did in 5 weeks of moderate training. The key is reaching the point where you can't complete another rep with good form. This sends a powerful muscle-building signal that lasts for up to 72 hours. They prioritize compound movements. They focus on modified versions of squats, deadlifts, rows, and presses, exercises that use multiple muscle groups at once. These movements produce a much stronger hormonal response for muscle growth compared to isolated exercises like bicep curls. They use progressive overload. This means they systematically increase the challenge over time. Using the same weights month after month leads to a plateau. Super-agers track their workouts and always aim to do a little bit more, whether it's one more rep or a little more weight. They emphasize the eccentric, lowering, phase. Slowly lowering a weight is particularly effective for building strength in older adults because it places more tension on the muscle without as much strain on the joints. Amazingly, it's never too late to start. A study from the University of Alabama found that seniors who began a 12-week progressive resistance training program increased their strength by 35% and gained an average of 3.3 pounds of muscle. So, what's the most common mistake seniors make? They mistakenly believe that resistance training is too dangerous or that they're too old for it. The real danger lies in not doing it, as muscle loss leads to frailty, falls, and a loss of independence. If you only adopt one habit from this video, make it progressive resistance training. Consider working with a trainer to learn the correct form, and then build up to an intensity that is challenging for you. Just 2 30-minute sessions per week can dramatically change the way you age. There you have it. The 7 science-backed habits that explain why some 80-year-olds remain incredibly strong. Choose one habit that feels manageable and start today, then gradually add the others. The effort you put into your strength and independence now will pay off for years to come. Now it's your turn to share. Do you currently practice any of these 7 habits? Which one surprised you the most? Do you know a senior who has remarkable strength for their age? We'd love to hear your story and your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching.